Why don't you just start at the beginning?
The beginning? The beginning. I say there comes quite a few points in life when one encounters such an amazing creation of beauty that he or she feels they must become one with it. One of these points came to me as I one day walked beside a slow meandering river deep within a forest which few have traveled. I happened upon a steep rocky mountain which appeared to have an old, thin, broken trail leading to its top. Of course, some say that beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and upon hearing this phrase I scoff. Endless scoffing, I always do. You see, things of beauty are things of beauty no matter who you are, I always say, and this lone mountain and this forest of green was definitely, undeniably a thing of beauty. And so that point in life flashed through me, and I realized I must climb to the top of this trail to become one with this creation of nature. After many bruises from falling rocks and scrapes from sharp bushes, I succeeded and stared down at the minute world from atop the great mountain. And I could do nothing but laugh myself silly and bleed ever so slightly, for my injuries attained from the climb. The surge to become one with creations of nature remained dormant quite some time after. That is, until earlier today. You see, what I had assumed would be a normal afternoon became an extraordinary one after I felt myself to be having a bowel movement. I had hastily made my way to the WC and lifted the porcelain lid of the toilet when I inadvertently uncovered a treasure. On top of what was now a calm sea of water floated a large, gray moth. I observed that the insect was executing the dead man's float to perfection. Probably because it was indeed dead. I joke. But death is no laughing matter. No, it is not. No, it is not. And what efforts this moth had gone through to drown itself in the waters of my toilet. The lid had been shut, for my mother trained me well in the ways of bathroom etiquette, meaning that this large, cumbersome bug had to land, squeeze through a tiny crevasse, withstand wretched aromas, and then finally dive headfirst into dark waters. Perhaps the aromatic atrocities are what attracted it to my bowl in the first place. Nevertheless, these introspections and retrospections of death began making my mind do the dangerous and volatile task of pondering philosophical thought. What is death, if not an illusion? Is death a way of ending things forever? Stalling until the end of times? Until the end of eternity? Or perhaps death is an intangible idea, one many discuss yet few understand. Whatever death may truly be, I felt that this creature was truly dead, and Then I felt as if a sack of bricks were put on my brow, and that point in life came to me. Ecstasy. I instantly knew I was staring at a thing of beauty, and I felt I must now become one with it. And without hesitation, I unzipped my trousers and I dropped them to my ankles. And I sat my bare behind down on the toilet, and I let my body take over. The sack of bricks lifted as my intestines thanked me for allowing them to empty. What relief! Becoming one with this thing of magnificence surely made me feel wondrous. Thank you, Moth. I felt as if I were standing on the crown of that lone mountain once more. But what is death, if not an illusion? I had been mistaken in my observation. The moth had not perished in the waters of my lavatory, but had merely fallen asleep. And the splashes of my fecal matter awoke the sleeping beauty, and, not knowing the current situation, it flew upwards in a panic, searching for an exit. Its wings tickled me as I sat with my pants down, and I began to giggle like a child at the circus. And then I began to laugh harder and harder as I thought about the situation as a whole. How ridiculous this was! What a fantastic tale it would make! After some time of searching, the moth had found an escape. I am regretful to inform you, however, that it was not through the opening between my bare, naked legs. No. Rather, the large, cumbersome moth flew into another opening of mine, one that is rather personal and I feel should not be discussed in further detail. And in the end, it turns out that I had truly, literally, become one with this beauty of nature.
So you've got a moth stuck up your asshole. That's what you're saying.
Precisely.
Okay. Why don't you take off your outer clothing? You can keep your underwear on. And the proctologist will be in to see you shortly.